Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. And today I'll be doing a big talking point, and this is on a non-Chelsea point of view. Can Liverpool win the treble? I was about to say quadruple because I was actually thinking about doing this video yesterday before Liverpool. Obviously, if you don't know, they did get knocked out in the FA Cup to Plymouth Argyle. So I was gonna this is gonna be, can Liverpool win the quadruple? But I'm still saying, can they win the treble? I mean, it'd be an unreal achievement, and I really don't see much difference between how they played since Klopp left Liverpool and what they are playing now on a slot. Like, the players are still the same. It's really, like, it's actually really good for Liverpool because they had all those defensive midfield problems, but they easily just got solved by Ryan Gravenberch in the midfield for Liverpool at the number 6 or the defensive midfielder position. And then obviously Salah's banging the goals. Van Dijk at the back, he keeps scoring some handy goals for Liverpool. And then you got your Diaz, you got your Gakpo's who score goals, and you got Szoboszlai, who's I think is a very underrated player. McAllister as well. He's a decent player because comes from Argentina, and a lot of clubs wanted him. He's probably not been as good for Liverpool than what he was at Brighton, but I think that he's certainly he's certainly playing better this season. He's actually been playing okay. And then you have the defensive side of things where maybe Robertson isn't the best, but you've got obviously Trent, arguably one of the best right backs in the world at the moment. You got Van Dijk, who I just said. You got Kanate. You got Robertson. As I said, that's the only position in the team where they might need to strengthen, and Alisson. But look at them right now. They're currently first in the Premier League. They're absolutely going to run away with that, I reckon. Champions League. I think they can certainly win that, the Champions League. I think it'd be big for them, especially coming from pretty much nowhere a couple of years ago when I think they finished 5th, and they looked like an absolute finished team under Jurgen Klopp before they had last season where they won the Carabao Cup. And I think that was it. And then also this season, look at them. And they're in the Carabao Cup, which I'd fancy them against Newcastle to win the Carabao Cup, and obviously they're out of the FA Cup now. But I think they've still got a few hard fixtures to come in the next few weeks, or at least till the end of the season. I think they still got to play Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. I know that there's Liverpool still have to play Chelsea, and and then comparing it to Arsenal don't. I saw a stat where Arsenal don't have as many, they've got more of the going away from home. They've got more of the bottom sides for the second half of the season. So I think that could be pretty interesting. But I think Liverpool I can't who realistically, tell me in the comments, who do you think that Liverpool could genuinely lose to? Because I'm finding it hard to think about it, because obviously they're going to play Plymouth Argyle again. I can't see them losing to another team this season. The only team that they've lost to in the Premier League is Nottingham Forest, and they've already played them twice. I mean, maybe City away from home might be a bit tough for Liverpool because they usually don't have the best of records at the Etihad. They still got to play Arsenal, which could be massive in terms of the title race. I think it's like the second last week of the season where they play off against each other. But I also want to go through some individual stats. I think Salah's on this is about his 5th or 6th season in a row that he's got 20 or more goals, and we're in early February. That's absolutely mental to think about. And he's absolutely killing it this year. At the right age of 32, he's 32, isn't he? I think he might sign a contract. Trent Alexander-Arnold, his future's up in the air. I think if I was him, I would honestly go off to Real Madrid, especially if Liverpool do win the quadruple. this season, or sorry, treble. If Liverpool win the treble this season, I think it should just be a goodbye for Trent, because I think that they can easily replace him. Well, I mean not easily, but like they could replace him with other right backs or even right midfielders under Arne Slot. Like Frimpong. You could even go and get someone like a Di Lorenzo. He's probably not the best. That was just a random name, but I think Frimpong would have to be one of the favourites to go to Liverpool if Trent Alexander-Arnold did leave on a free. And I think Van Dijk, he probably looks the one I think that will most likely stay at Liverpool. He's the current captain of the side, and I think he might be in the side for just those couple of years longer. I think he's getting to that age where he's getting over 30 for this Liverpool side. But I mean, it is kind of aging. You got to think about it this way, the Liverpool side. But also, I'm going back to the main question: can they win the treble? I certainly think that they can, because look at the quality of squad that they have. It's unbelievable. I think I tipped Liverpool to finish 6th or 7th this year. So I'm gonna look like an absolute right mug for predicting them there. So I didn't personally, at the start of the season, I didn't really watch much Arne Slot, so I don't really know like what to gauge from him. But apparently, I think his whole managerial career, he's only lost one game. I think it's only at home where he's only lost one game. That's absolutely impressive. And I didn't think this from Arne Slot. He could have just come into the Premier League and just taken it over. And turn all the players into pretty much superstars and arguably the best team in the world right now. I still think maybe they might not win the Champions League right now. I think they'll win the Carabao Cup, and I think they'll walk with the Premier League. Let's be honest, unless if something drastic happens in the league, I think that they'll walk that in. So, but I'm going on a limb and saying Barcelona win the Champions League now. I think they're Barcelona, and I'm getting a bit of context here, but Barcelona have been pretty good this season. They've scored a lot of goals this year. It doesn't mean that they're going to keep their defense tight like they did against like it happened against Benfica, where they conceded 4 goals, but then they won the game 5-4. So you could have the worst defense in the world as long as you outscore them under Hansi Flick. I think that they are going to win the Champions League, but I think that Liverpool will come away with a Premier League and a Carabao Cup. But I certainly think that they can also win the Champions League. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I can post more content, and hopefully all these long form videos are going to be back. So I will see you in the next one.